If Tucker's anywhere, it's probably in here.
Hey, fuckhead! What gives? I got Shigagi's go-ahead and everything!
Guess he must be shy.
Oh, Captain, well done. You impressed me indeed. Even more than your mad dog reputation led me to believe.
Finally, I get to hear your pretty voice. This mean you're done throwing hoops at us?
Yes, it does. Now, allow me to make a few preparations before we speak.
Come on, you can relax, old-timer. We might look scary, but we're really just a bunch of teddy bears at heart, you know?
Stop. That's far enough. I think this distance will work just fine for our little parley. It's a pleasure to meet you, Captain Majima. You and your friends. My name is Spade Tucker. I've come here from New York in pursuit of the lost treasure of the Esperanza.
Making us stand back even with your protective glass, are you?
I happen to be excessively cautious. A strange trait for someone who makes a living on debt collection, I admit.
And it was collecting on a debt that led you to this old pirate's journal, yeah? We'd sure love to hear the story.
Naturally. It was 30 years ago now, when I obtained the journal in New York. Bound in red leather, no bigger than my palm, its pages chock full of drawings and notes from an age of ship and sail.
And it said the Esperanza treasure's on Nele Island, correct? Mind if we see that for ourselves?
Seeing as Shigaki's on board with us, it's fair to say we're all allies here, right?
To be clear, no matter how many people you add to your side, my share will remain 80% to your 20.
That check out. I mean, it makes sense, if the info in the journal's accurate.
Unfortunately, I cannot show you the journal. I'm well aware its real value comes from the extraordinary rarity of the information inside. Thus, I committed its contents to memory, every last page, and had it burned.
You what?
You sure it's safe and sound up there? Memory ain't always so reliable. And I speak from experience.
You're correct. And it's why you'll be minding your manners. Once we embark on this little treasure hunt, you'd do well to treat me with care. Hmm?
Guy's a loan shark through and through.
The journal's previous owner was a descendant of one of the pirates who buried the Esperanza's treasure. Well, the descendant of the brother of one of those pirates, to be precise. But who's to argue? He relinquished the journal and, as if freed from a burden, promptly drank himself to death. I had it appraised thoroughly, verifying that it was in fact penned some 200 years ago.
And so you believe it's real?
Indeed. It explains in great detail the method by which the treasure was hidden. Its unfortunate author, desperately racked with guilt, poured his secrets onto the page as a means of atonement.
Oh? So what got him feeling so guilty?
To keep their hard-won treasure's location a secret, the pirates, to no one's surprise, turned to murder.
Turn to what?
Ah, caught your interest, have I? Perhaps I ought to start from the beginning, yes? The year was 1816, and the original crew of the Esperanza had made off with a prize of their own. A hoard of pilfered Incan treasure, mainly silver and gold, save for one outlier, the supposed elixir of eternal life. But on the return voyage west across the Pacific, they were attacked by pirates. The journal's author, you see, was one of those attackers. and he detailed the claiming of the Esperanza, their spirits high. That is, until a sudden, aberrant storm saw fit to wreck their ships. As if by fate, our pirate protagonist's fleet washed ashore on Nele Island. He and his surviving cohorts ventured inland, only to happen upon a deserted village. Could it have been abandoned, they asked. As they searched the area, they caught sight of an old woman tottering away through the brush. The pirates, still unseen, decided to follow her. They tailed her all the way to a secret and well-hidden cave. Inside were the villagers, several dozen of them, having fled their homes in fear of the pirates.
Had the old woman been but a little faster, the pirates would never have found this cave. And thus, they hatched a vile plan.
What better place to store their precious cargo? Yes, this mysterious, secluded refuge was the perfect fit. That left one order of business. And for the villagers, there would be no tales to tell.
As any pirate worth his salt knows, the only silent man is a dead one.
Yeesh, that's some outright despicable shit. I'd feel guilty too.
After the act, the pirates hid the treasure, agreeing to return together in the future. Now, that leaves one to wonder. Did they each plan to return alone and take it all? Who can say?
But in any case, they loaded some small boats with rations and left
The island.
One of the guys, he was saved by an American whaling ship, right? Lived long enough to say he hid the treasure on Palmyra Atoll before dying. Was he just wrong about where, or was he lying to them on purpose?
We have no way of knowing, unfortunately.
Maybe, but you're sure it's here on Nele Island? Palmyra's completely out of the question?
the empty settlement the pirates happened upon. It was apparently known as the Village of Heretics.
Of heretics?
Yes, as in those who opposed the orthodox Polycana teachings.
Logically, that would imply Nele Island, a Polycana holy site. The very place those zealots broke away to.
If we can find this Village of Heretics, then I, knowing the contents of the journal, will be able to pinpoint the cave's location. With fortune on our side, the Esperanza treasure should still be lying within, untouched.
This heretic village, I take it the place ain't so easy to find?
Indeed. Certainly not something you can search for online.
I've pored over Polycana literature, interrogated its followers in Honolulu, all in vain, leaving me now to simply wait and hope, sitting on my hands.
It falls to Shigaki and his men to comb the island and find it.
Right, just throwing people at the problem. The place ain't exactly small, you know that, right?
You young people and your instant gratification. Polycana's previous sage, Bryce Fairchild, had nearly all of Hawaii's underworld in his service. Thanks to him, no one even knew where Nele Island was, let alone some tiny village on its shores. Compared to then, I'd say we've made quite a bit of progress. I've waited 30 years for this chance to arrive, and I've no intention of letting it slip away.
You were treasure hunters once upon a time? Certainly you can understand that.
Damn right. I've been trying to hide my excitement since I walked in.
Same here.
You two really are suckers for this, huh?
Then it would seem we've reached an agreement. Return to me as soon as you've uncovered the village. I'll be waiting at my hotel in Atlantis until then.
Today, for once, I found myself freed from boredom. I thank you for that, Captain Majima.
Okay, so, what do you think, Captain? Do you really believe Tucker's story is true?
Hey, the guy's got lots of dough and little time, and he's spending both on this, ain't he? He believes it. And hell, I do too.
There is a mystique to the Esperanza treasure that makes you want to believe. It's why I fell for every fake lead back then.
Well, this one could be fake too, right?
Right. So, best we don't count our chickens yet, you know? Now, where are we off to next, Captain? Straight to Nele Island, perhaps? Join Shigaki and the others in hunting down that heretic village?
Bingo.
We ought to make land soon.
Feeling like singing a song. Hard to port!
Enemies, on your toe.
Full speed ahead! Full speed ahead! Not bad for an old speedo. Ain't nothing to it.
Oh, a lighthouse. Let's rest there.
Where are we headed now?
You doing okay, Minami? No seasickness or anything?
Huh? Worried I'd be all queasy and shit?
What? What?
Go back. Oh, plus it. Well, that.
Nothing like sailing in good company.
We're just getting